Want to make some money? This is the show. We talk sports betting. This is the best betting show ever. I'm Lawrence Presman. What are we going to do today? We're going to tell you where the money is going in NFL and college football. We're going to take apart every NHL game on the board, every NBA game on the board. We got your parlay of the day, NFL bets, college football bets. We're jamming it all in. Welcome, everyone. Hit that like button. Subscribe to our channel. Joe Raineri in the middle. Art DiCesare over on the right. How are you, boys? Art, what's going on?
Not much. Listen, a lot of information today to give out.
Yeah, Wednesday and Tuesday and Wednesday is my favorite show of the week. Joe Raineri, how did you do yesterday with the clients?
We did good, Prez. I'm just so glad you clarified where everybody was, so they understood. Where Art's name is. That would be Art, and I'd be the guy in the middle underneath where it says my name. I'm just saying.
I got you.
I'm saying it's good. So yes,
I got you, dude. I got you. And shout out to both your parents for the creativity on your names. Just wanted to. That out
Thank
there,
you for pointing that out as well.
Joe, Joe.
Thank you. The Prez.
Okay. Yeah, well, at least they came up with the.
That's
Do you know anyone else named the?
Nope. No, it's a good point.
There you go.
It's a good point.
Total creativity.
Yep.
Art. Let's get into it, man. NFL. Giants, Lions, Seahawks, Titans, Browns, and Raiders. Where's the money going?
Yeah, Giants at Lions. That was as high as 11.5, and we saw a little bit of Giant money, and we just kind of moved with the market on that. We started to tick up on the total, 50 to 50.5. We talked about this yesterday. We all feel, I think, the Lions will score a lot of points in that game. I feel like that total will go up even higher, so keep your eye on the total there. Seattle at Tennessee. This has not budged off 13. The question is, it will probably be the least bet game on the board. Does it get any higher is probably the question. Total has gone from 40.5 to 40. So we've gone down a little bit on that total. And then Browns at Raiders. Raiders were pretty much 3 across the board. Now that we know Shador is going to play, it's 3.5. Total was as high as 38.5. Then it was 37.5. Now it's 36.5. So sharp accounts keep blasting that to the under. Be interesting to see how low that total goes there. So I would say out of the 3 games that I gave you, the biggest sharp play would be the Brown Raider under.
It's interesting, Art. We were talking earlier before the show started here. A couple of quarterback change announcements here. Shador being one of them, named the starter. But there's also a report this morning that Jackson Dart is actually going to practice this week. Do you think that changes it with the Giants and the Lions at all if Jackson Dart's able to go? Or do you think what we see is likely what we're going to get here?
Joe, I think maybe the initial money on the Giants at 11.5 is the speculation. You see a lot of times these guys come in and bet injuries and bet speculation and bet, this guy didn't practice for 2 days, so let's bet the other team. And obviously that always has to do with the quarterback. You've seen that with Lamar since he came back. You saw a little bit of that against the Browns last week when I was like, Lamar he might be a little iffy, but we all knew he was going to play. But then you saw some Brown money. So that might just be people speculating on Dart. I mean, I think it would drive the total up a little bit more. I know Jameis is fun and he gets the ball down the field and you're in the dome, but the way Dart can run around and make some plays, I think it would force the total to go up even higher.
Art, quick question on the Cleveland game. What team total number do you have up at the Westgate? I'm seeing 16.5 out there, but there are some books that have 14.5. And I got to tell you, man, I feel like the under is should get a real good look.
Yeah, no doubt about it. We talked about if Shador is going to be the quarterback to take Brown team totals under. We don't put our NFL team totals up till Friday. So, if I can remember to talk about it on Friday, I will. So our NFL team totals do not come out till Friday.
Right now, I do see some 16.5s out there, guys. And I think this number is going to just keep getting bet down. So
Let me ask you a question, Prez.
Okay.
Because I came
good.
across this morning. 13 right now, 13 and a half with Seattle. I believe that is Art, one of the largest road favorites that we have seen. I think the Ravens were 16 and a half last year at the Giants late in the season. But it doesn't happen often. And usually I think since 2020, these teams are 3-7 against the number and 5-5 straight up, Prez. I mean, it feels like
5-5 straight up?
Straight up as a road favorite of 11 points or more. So do we trust Sam Darnold? Because it feels like that could go for
and a half.
That could be dog or pass, as crazy as that is in that spot there. But that's a crazy number to me. 5-5 straight up as an 11-point or greater favorite on the road.
Yeah, I definitely would look to bet Tennessee here. I don't think I could get there. But man, Tennessee team total 13 and a half.
Woo!
So, I mean, that's 2 touchdowns and you got that one in.
Yep. Crazy.
That's lower than the Cleveland team total. Art, which way would you go? I don't know. I think Tennessee has a greater chance of putting up points on Seattle than Cleveland does on Vegas.
Yeah, and they're at home. Their quarterback's better. Yeah. I mean, that's a toss-up. I'll say this, and I said it yesterday. If Shador's going to be an NFL starting quarterback in a real game, I feel like I have to take his team total under. Shador has to prove to me that this is not Friday night in Colorado where he's just going to scramble around and make plays. You don't do that in the NFL. And the Raider defense is bad, but I feel like they'll have a point to prove against Shador.
And also taking that team total under gives you that protection on the 6 pick sixes that he's going to throw. College football, Art. Tennessee, Florida, USC, Oregon, K-State, Utah, and real quick, the LSU quarterback looks like he's been downgraded to unlikely to play. What's going on in those 3 games?
He hasn't played all year.
Yeah, what a season from hell for LSU.
I'm letting you know what the alerts are, bro.
No, it was a joke, Prez. I'm just saying he sucked all year.
Yes, he sucks. I know.
He did.
Yes.
Tennessee at Florida. We opened Tennessee 3.5. Got up to 4.5. We actually have bounced back to 4 on the game. Total's gone from 56.5 to 57.5. This feels like a Tennessee blowout. I feel like it's a cheap number. Florida's definitely given up on the season. They did that a long time ago. I think more Tennessee money is going to come. I think this is going to close maybe closer to 5.5, 6 before kickoff. USC at Oregon. Oregon was 9.5. We're now 10.5 on the game. So we've seen steady money on Oregon come in. Total's gone down. You know, it's not a vintage Oregon offense. 60, now 58.5 there. And this K-State Utah game, man. A game of the year line on this was Utah minus 2.5. We reopened Utah 16. We're now 17.5 on that game. So Kansas State obviously has nosedived here. And, Utah approaching 3 touchdowns in this game. Totals ticked down a little bit, 52.5 to 52.
It's crazy, Art, because it doesn't really matter what Utah does. They blew their season earlier because there's no way for them to get into the Big 12 championship. And it's going to be a 1-bid league. That's it. It's going to be either Texas Tech or BYU, likely Texas Tech. And, here we go again, Art. How are we pricing in the future? Any of these future markets, there's going to be 5-6 teams from the SEC, everybody else from the Big Ten. I mean, I saw earlier Ohio State under $2 as a favorite to win it all again. I mean, it's basically a 2-league. That's it. Why bet on anybody? There is no Cinderella happening in college basketball, and it doesn't look like there's any value anyplace else in college football.
No, I mean, the college football future market, it's kind of been that way. I mean, you don't get me wrong. We've taken Indiana money. We've taken a little bit of Texas Tech money. You always take Notre Dame and Alabama money and Georgia money. But we sit really nice with Ohio State in the future market because their number was never anything
Yep.
that people wanted to run to the window and bet. So if we're going to sit here going into this 12-team playoff with the heavy favorite winning it all, we'll do really well in that future book. So
Yeah.
now listen, when we get there and the numbers are announced, I'll be able to break it down further and really give you what we win and lose on those 12 teams. But we're sitting real nice with Ohio State right now.
Art, before we get into our parlay of the day, which won yesterday, I pushed, but the parlay won 2-1, two legs. NBA, NHL, college hoops, anything we should know about?
No, really nothing much. I mean, obviously it's a small NHL slate. Really nothing of note in either. You know, obviously I gave a couple out yesterday. I'll always try to give some out if I have any information to give. But once again, I'm never going to just give information to give.
There we go. 30% of all NHL games are going to overtime this year, the most that has ever happened.
How many?
30%. It is an incredible number. It shows the parity that is happening in the league. I went 3-0 for my clients last night, and I got abused, Joe. Abused in the chat room. We'll talk about that in the mailbag section over sucking. I won my 5%, my 3%, and my 2%. I won my NBA and my college basketball 5-0. Let's get to our parlay of the day.
Well, let me ask you something, though, quick there, Prez. Does that change the way you look at regulation bets, knowing this now? I mean, is this sustainable moving forward 30%? Or is this just an anomaly? Because that seems like a huge number through this many games of the season.
Well, I think on a whole, it's going to be more and more every year. Do I think it's going to sustain 30%? Unlikely. But what we're seeing is parity, Joe. I mean, we're seeing it all the way through. You know, there's no team out of it. What we're also seeing is that we're right in the middle of a transition era. And I think that's causing a lot of overtimes as well. And what I mean by that is Chicago, San Jose, Anaheim. There are teams now perennially, Detroit, Montreal, that have been outside looking in, that are playing really good hockey, that are, you know, challenging the Dallases that is not playing that great. Florida, with their injuries, come down to earth. Tampa Bay is not driving the league anymore. So we're seeing a lot of the, you know, last 7-8 year established teams, the Leafs, Washington, Pittsburgh. We're seeing all of those teams sort of regress, and we're seeing the up-and-coming teams come up, and it's packing everybody in. So I think this year we're going to see more overtimes than not. And as far as it affecting my handicapping, it's horrible because ultimately I don't want to play a ton of regulation bets. But I mean, you look at, for instance, Buffalo tonight. You know, I think Buffalo's in a really good spot tonight. They're playing a horrible team in the Calgary Flames. Calgary is on a back-to-back. They're on a back-to-back travel situation.
Yep.
And yet you got to lay 150 to 160 for Buffalo, and there's at least a 30% chance of this game going to overtime. So, you know, can you take them in regulation at even money? I think that's the only way to bet this because I don't love betting minus 160s. And it's every game. Yep. You got Carolina minus 170. You got Anaheim minus 175. I mean, sure, Edmonton and Washington is close. But every night it's just constant minus 170s. So it's either regulation or nothing for me.
Is that by design, Art? Because it feels like these money line prices are, 30 cents higher. And okay, so I'm stuck with regulation. But I mean, 30% feels like a big number. But we've also seen teams early on in the season pulling goalies with like 3-4 minutes to go in the third. Like, what are we doing? Like, what is happening here right now?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure every book has a different philosophy. We always look at it like this. We have tight splits, in our NHL. We're not, dealing 30-cent lines. So a lot of the times we're the fairest on a dog price. So we don't mind. Like, we almost force you to lay the favorite. Hey, if everyone else is minus 175, we're minus 170. Come and improve to us. You'll lay minus 170.
Interesting.
You know, and then listen, if it's someone we respect, we'll move. We'll do it. But, you know, we don't want to necessarily be as high on the dog, you know, especially with the fair splits because, you know, Prez just laid it out. All these games are going to overtime. All these games are tight. You have a shot with a lot of these teams to win these games. So why deal the fairest price on the dog?
Yep.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I mean, it's definitely having an effect. That's for sure. But with that said, you know, I'm seeing it well. I'm happy with how things are going. Okay, let's get to our parlay of the day, and I'm going to start right off the bat with the Buffalo Sabres. This is my favorite bet on the board in NHL. It did not make. I'm passing on my clients, but man, I mean, this would be the bet that I would release to my clients. I just felt like it was about 15 cents too high. Buffalo Sabres minus 150 for me, Art.
Don't adjust your sets. I am Art. I am not Prez. I'm taking the Oilers.
Oh my
But
God.
I'm taking the Oilers. Remember, I'm taking the Oilers. That means it will win. Anytime the Prez takes the Oilers, it loses. So take the Oilers on the money line. I believe it's like minus 110. It's pretty much a pick 'em.
You could get even money with that, yes, and it makes sense, Art. Washington is in a real decline right now, which makes no sense to me. I mean, they're a heavy team, not fast, but they're a team I expected more from. Joe, what's your third leg?
Give me the Miami Heat to beat the Golden State Warriors, who are, I believe, ninth. This is on the end of a 9-game road trip. They just got beat up by Orlando last night. Likely no Steph Curry, Horford, and probably a couple of other senior citizens. Miami is rested at home where they dominate. I expect them to do the same here on a shorthanded Golden State team tonight.
There you go. And that is our parlay of the day. Guys, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and don't you dare turn this video off. If you got to go to the washroom, keep the video running. You got to make love to your wife, keep the video running. Food, keep the video running. Okay. Joe, relax. By the way, Joe, the women like you in our chat room, dude.
Do I not look relaxed to you, Prez?
Joe, you've never looked relaxed in your life.
Art, I disagree, Art. I disagree.
I disagree too.
Okay, fine. Great. Great. Excellent. Can we move on? Fade or not?
Yes. Ooh.
AFC South, NFC South. To start with the Colts, 8-2 on the year, 6-0 at home, 2-2 on the road. They're on the road this week. They're playing KC. Fade them this week. I don't know about the future with the Colts. I got to be honest with you. I feel like there could be a regression coming. I don't know if they have the pedigree yet for me to sit there and say I'm going to look to bet on them moving forward. This is a bet against this week and a wait and see, Art.
Well, you definitely want to bet them at home because obviously they just steamroll people at home 6-0, and it feels like they're always putting up points at home. This is a tough week. I mean, listen, I get the early sharp money, you know, on 4 and 3.5 because you're getting that price over the field goal against a really desperate Chief team. This week's a tough week to bet, though.
Joe?
I think styles make fights with this Colts team, and I think you can pick your spots with them and be very profitable. This is a tough one here on the road at Arrowhead against a desperate Chiefs team. But it starts with the running game there. I mean, they have an MVP quality running back in Jonathan Taylor. And if, you know, you can't stop him, there's a good chance they're going to drop 30 points on you and win games. So, pick your spots with them. It's a no play for me in that game this week because I think it's a coin flip. But I think moving forward, there's going to be some value because you'll always have the market with the Danny. I can't. Like we're waiting for him to turn into a pumpkin. Right. You're still going to have that.
Yep. The Jaguars, 6-4, 4-2 at home, 2-2 on the road. They're on a huge 1-game win streak. And really, that's where I'm going, Art, because When the Jacksonville Jaguars are on a 1-game winning streak, that's usually a time to fade them. We've seen this Jags team play lights out and then not show up at all the next week. This is a zigzagging team. I'm just going to stay away from this Jags team. I can't figure them out, Art.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I don't know what to do with this team. 1 week they show up, 1 week they don't. You're right. Maybe that's the way you play it. You zigzag them, but there are plenty of other teams in the NFL I'd rather put my money on than Jacksonville.
Joe?
It's to your point. Week 8, they had a bye. Week 9, they had an overtime win in Vegas. Week 10, they blew a 19-point lead entering the fourth quarter against the Texans. And then they go home last week and they smack the Chargers 35-6. But I'll say this, Jacksonville, crazy enough, over the last couple of years, they're 3-0 when they travel out west, averaging about 31 points or more a game. So the East to West thing has not bothered Trevor Lawrence and Jacksonville. They've actually been pretty solid over the last couple of seasons. If that team that showed up last week shows up this week, yeah, you're going to get a lot of value with them moving forward.
Yeah. What a huge if.
Yeah.
The Texans, Stroud out this week. They're playing Buffalo tomorrow night. Outstanding freaking defense. This team has only allowed 163 points scored on them all year. They are 3-2 at home, 2-3 away. They are on a 2-game win streak. I'm looking to fade them. Art?
Well, I think you hit it, Prez. With that defense and Mills at quarterback, you might want to look to bet unders.
Yeah. Joe?
Which is crazy since the total is rising now with Davis Mills at quarterback there.
Yeah, they are playing Buffalo.
But again, that's a top 5 defense here at home on a short week advantage. It's always, to me, short week advantage home. I'm always looking to back the home team in some way, shape, or form. But my goodness, I don't know where the points are coming for Houston in this one. It feels like the under is the right way to go. Josh Allen, for whatever reason, last couple of years, he hasn't beaten Houston. Houston's had his number, and his teams, his Buffalo teams, can't score more than, 20, 21 points against them. So I think the under is the way to go here, Prez. I'm with you with them. Moving forward until Stroud comes back, team totals is the way to go.
Yeah. Guys, I want to give you perspective. The New Orleans Saints have scored 155 points this year. The Cleveland Browns have scored 162 points this year. The Titans have scored 143.
Oh.
They are 0-5 at home, 1-4 on the road. They've lost 5 games in a row. Yet we've seen this story play out, and they're now entering the back half of the season. They've got a quarterback with some games under his belt. Their defense is pretty solid. I don't know what to do with this team. I'm certainly not betting against them this week. Art?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about how big of a number that is for Seattle to lay on the road. I don't know. Maybe the last couple of games of the year, there might be some value on Tennessee. Like you said, the quarterback's probably going to want to play the string out, and he's getting, maybe better and better every week. Yeah. And obviously the defense is pretty good. So, you can hang your hat on that defense. But I don't know. Tennessee is just such a mind-boggling team.
Joe?
Well, they got healthier they got Simmons back last week. They got help back in the secondary, and you saw what that did for them at home against, a suspect offense for Houston. This is a different animal, but it's now back-to-back covers for Tennessee because it's got, don't forget, they hadn't covered a game in almost 2 straight seasons. But the market, I guess, is finally caught up because they covered last week. They covered the week prior, and now they're getting a boatload. So until the market starts to adjust, the value is always going to be on Tennessee, Prez. Any which way you cut it, no matter who they're playing.
Yeah,
got to hold your nose and bet it.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Okay, boys, let's move to the NFC South. Guys, hit that like button, please. Comment as well. Yesterday, we spoke about pizzas. Let us know what your favorite pizza is. We all do not like Chicago style. And speaking of Chicago, we're not doing the North, we're doing the South. The Buccaneers. So the Buccaneers are 6-4 on the season. They are 2-2 at home. They are 4-2 on the road. So interesting, they have 6 road games already and only 2 home games. This week they're in LA playing the Rams, which might be the best team in the league right now. I worry about the Bucs this week. They are still deeply injured, but with that said, I'm just going to look to take overs in Tampa Bay games. And I do want to point out that their defense sucks. Art?
Yeah, especially their secondary. You can't run on them, but you can throw on them. Yeah, I mean this week you can't go against the Rams, but moving down the road there'll probably be spots with the Bucs.
Yes. Joe?
It's a terrible spot for Tampa. They had to travel to Orchard Park last week. Now they get to come home. They're still banged up a little bit. Now they got to go on the road. Now they got to fly out west. I mean, it's just it's not a great scheduling spot for the Tampa Bay Bucks here at all. But I mean, let's face it here. I mean, it feels like points could be coming here. The Rams defense certainly, proved that they can get turnovers themselves. Baker shows that he can still turn the ball over. I can't back Tampa now, but I still think there's a couple of upset wins in the future for Baker Mayfield and Todd Bowles.
The Panthers. They are playing Monday night against San Francisco. They are +7. There are 7.5s out there. This Carolina team, guys, 6-5 on the season, 3-2 at home, 3-3 on the road. They also have a gigantic 1-game win streak in front of them. This Panthers team struggling to score 207 points on the year. Their defense is horrible. I think they are a fade team moving forward. I'm curious what you think, Art.
I think in spots when they're getting points, you can look towards them. I don't know if it's this week. 7.5's a lot, though. But, the Panthers have proven when they're dogs, they can play, they can cover, and they can win.
Joe?
I think the 49ers are getting healthy at the right time. I think it's a blowout for Carolina, who has, what is this, their second primetime Monday night game in like 7 years? It's just, this is uncharted territory for this guy. But I'll tell you this, Carolina 3-8 against the number in the first half this season. It's the worst record in the NFL. They are the slowest starting team of all in the NFL. Fade them in the first half. They seem to make the right adjustments in the second half to give themselves a chance to win some games or cover games. But as far as I'm concerned, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, Prez. First half fade for Carolina moving forward.
The Falcons, guys. This is just a fade team, period. I think their coach his days are numbered. And I'll tell you, man, for a team that has so many weapons and such a fast defense, this really feels like a waste for me. They're fade for me, Art.
Prez, you're right. They have so much talent on both sides of the ball. Obviously, no Drake London. And when Kirk Cousins is going to be your starting quarterback, that is a fade team.
Joe?
Good Christ, the market has flipped this game. You got a $180 million backup quarterback that was the starting quarterback, is now playing it, is going to get under center, and the market can't bet against them fast enough. That tells you everything you need to know about the Falcons right now. How ironic is it that Raheem Morris couldn't wait to get rid of Kirk Cousins as his quarterback because they wanted to draft Michael Penix Jr. And now it's ultimately Kirk Cousins that's going to see him get fired before the season ends. Hilarious.
Yeah. Well, they're playing the Saints this week. And for all you said about Atlanta, there ain't no way in hell I'm betting the New Orleans Saints. That to me is just craziness. And frankly, New Orleans, cannot win another game. Like, it's so selfish for the New Orleans Saints to go and win another game this year. So it is. It's like, in the moment, we're going to win a game. It's totally meaningless. We're going to muck up our draft picks just for no reason whatsoever. Just lose every game. Go get your quarterback. He's not even going to be good anyway.
But you're assuming that means you're assuming this Falcons team, no Drake London, who gets 80% of the talk. You're assuming the Falcons are that much better than the Saints,
No,
Prez? Really?
Not at all. Not at all. What I'm assuming is one team wants to win. And I think although the Saints want to win, it's just not in their best interest.
I said the same with the Jets, but here we go. They're running punts back and now you're winning games. Like, what are you doing? Just throw it in, man. Like, good to go.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah, I listen, I'm fading the Saints, period. Not this week. I'm staying away from that game this week. Art, Saints, fade or not.
Yeah, I mean, moving down the road, but if not now, when? I mean, this is their week. This is their week. If you're going to bet New Orleans, you're betting them this week. This is the only time I can endorse it the rest of the year.
And didn't you say
I do not.
that the pros had been on the Saints from the start of the year, right? Well, haven't they always gotten money every week?
Every week. I mean, it's don't get me wrong. It wasn't as high as it was, let's say, the first 4 or 5 weeks, but you guys know, you see these numbers. Those games were bet down week in and week out. I mean, every week it felt like we took Saint money. Obviously, it's got, we're on the other side of the hill where it's going down now. Right. But obviously, for that market to flip the way it did, obviously with a backup quarterback and not their star receiver, but you're talking this line's flipped 6 points.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wild. Okay. That's the segment. Art's time with us is done. Art, thank you, my brother. Tuesday and Wednesday shows are my favorite. That was an incredible segment. Thanks for doing this. You guys can see Art every single Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday on this very show, the best betting show
ever. Did
ever.
Art give us his favorite pizza? Did he give us the favorite?
What is your favorite pizza, Art?
Well, we obviously talked. We don't like deep dish. I love Detroit style. We love thin crust, but I will say this, because someone had commented in the comments yesterday, and I threw it out there. Pizza in Connecticut is by far the best pizza in the world.
Wow.
If you go to Pepe's, you go to Sally's, you go to Modern, that's the best pizza in the world.
Okay, well, I'm going to go out on a limb and tell you literally where the best pizza in the world is, not a city.
Okay.
It's literally in the sports book at the Aria. That is a fact.
Okay.
There is no better pizza you will ever eat in your life. Forget about cities and countries, nationalities, creeds, cultures. In the Aria, at the sports book, it blows the Cosmo no-name place away. It blows the pinup shitty place at Planet Hollywood away. Aria, sportsbook, best pizza I've ever had in my life. Joe?
Prez, let me say this about secret pizza at the Cosmo.
Overrated.
Completely.
Way overrated.
Not the marketing of it, though. The marketing is not overrated. The marketing is superior.
Yes.
Oh, the line's out the door. The line's out the door.
Yes. Yeah.
But the pizza's not that great.
Yeah. I'd rather have Sbarro. Yeah. Thanks very much. Yeah.
And the Aria Sportsbook is literally right across the road.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
I will tell you this, though. Yeah. Greatest investment that I have ever made was I went out last year and bought a Solo stove. And now I only make my own pizzas. And it quite honestly might be the greatest thing I've ever bought before, Prez. Get into that, man. It's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
This show, sponsored by the entire city of Connecticut, the Aria, and Solo Stove.
That would be state of Connecticut.
What did I say? The city. Yeah, I'll bugger off.
Well, New Haven. You could say New Haven. New Haven's got the best pizza.
Okay, there you go. Let us know if you agree or disagree. Art, get out of here, man. Oh, Joe, we got
Yes.
lots to do, man. NFL best bets, college football best bets, basketball rundown, NHL rundown. We got our mailbag segment coming up. And before we get into any of that, it's time.
Ooh.
Joe Raineri, I told you earlier, I went 5-0 for my clients yesterday on Tuesday. 5-0. I won all 3 hockey games. I won my NBA game. I'm now on a 7-3 run in the NBA, up profit on the season. And I won my college basketball game. Full disclosure, 6-10 to start the college basketball season. But that's fine. 4 down. Wins are coming. Joe, I got 1 NBA play and 1 college basketball play up for my clients tonight. As well, or NFL, I've got a parlay bet. I'm 9-4 on the season in them. I got an NFL ATS bet for my clients, 2 of them actually, and I'm 8-3 on the season in those. So absolutely rocking and rolling, excited about my upcoming few days of betting. What do you have going with the clients?
Oh, good. You were crushing it there. Hell of a night there, Prez. I have got, I've already got a 5% college football best bet locked and loaded over at WagerTalk.com. I've got a couple of NFL plays already up. I've got a 3-pack of college basketball plays that you can get and 1 NBA play. But as far as the football goes, Prez, I mean, don't buying a 5% college football or NFL play. Don't do it. Get them all. Get the rest of football. What? College football and NFL, every play, including 5%, one price, and you get everything through the Super Bowl. I mean, that's a hell of a deal, Press.
Yeah, $379. And Joe, look, you're killing it in both college and NFL. So, guys, that's who you should use that promo code with. $379 by Joe Raineri's college football and NFL. He won't beg you and plead with you, but I'm telling you, I see this guy bet every day, every week. Up profits in both sports, double-digit units of profit in football combined. So, yeah, I agree with you, man. $379.
That's the deal.
Use that on Joe. Take your profit and buy my NHL and NBA. Because, Joe, people do not realize this with me. I'm known as an NBA, an NHL, and NFL guy. My NBA is
phenomenal,
unbelievable for 3.5 years. 3.5 years. I restructured my NBA team, and every year I'm up over 100 units of profit in 3+ seasons. I have not had a losing season since I adjusted my team. So, buy Joe's NFL and college football, my NBA and NHL, and you'll be good to go. That's it. Let's get into some NFL best bets. We're going on the clock. Each of us are going to give one out each, a minute each, 2-minute segments, NFL, college football, NHL hoops. Then we're going to end on the money bag segment. Joe, cue the clock. Let's begin. So we spoke about this at the top of the show. The Cleveland Browns are in Las Vegas. Their team total is 16.5. And guys, I got a real problem with seeing how this can go over. I love the under. This is an actual official client play. That's how much I like this play. And let me bottom line this. Cleveland last week, 16 points. That would have given us the under. Against New England, 13 points. Pittsburgh, 9 points. Minnesota, 17. Okay, that would have gone over. Detroit, they played 10. Green Bay, 13. This team has gone over 16 points 1, 2, 3, 4 times this season. And that was with Flacco, Dillon, and now with Shador. They're even worse. I don't see how they're going to get anywhere near 17 points. And look, the Las Vegas Raiders, they let 33 in by Dallas. 10 against Denver, 10 against Tennessee. Don't overthink this. Cleveland under 16.5. Sorry I took too long, Joe.
No, that's all right. I'll keep it simple, Prez. As long as we're talking totals, Then why don't we play a little Are You High right now and look at
Yes,
this Cincinnati
always.
and New England game. And I'm sorry, I am not nearly high enough in this game. 49 and a half is the total for the Bengals, minus Jabbar Chase there, who was suspended because he couldn't keep the spit in his mouth. But New England coming to town here should have no problem naming their score. Drake May, MVP candidate.
So good.
They are going to put up a whole lot of points in this game. And don't sleep on Flacco and company. They will still, with Higgins and Chase Brown and others, they'll still get theirs in this one. I think that game flies over the total there, Prez.
Joe, let's get into our college football bets. UNLV for me on the money line against Hawaii. Let's head to Las Vegas. Friday Night Lights. Get your popcorn ready because the Rebels offense, an absolute wagon. The public might look at UNLV's recent struggles against the spread at home and hesitate. Do not be scared. This team is the class of the Mountain West offensively. They lead the entire conference in points per game, 37 points per game, 7 yards per play, 460 yards per game. They are a machine. And while this Hawaii team has improved, and they are still completely different squad when they have to leave the island and play on the mainland. I don't know what it is. The travel, the time change. It doesn't matter who their coaches, who their players are. It always seems to catch up with them. Let's not overthink this. Take UNLV on the money line against Hawaii, Joe.
I like that there, Prez. All right, let's talk about this game coming up between Duke and North Carolina here. Now, Duke, of course, kind of blew the opportunity to throw the college football committee into total chaos when they got their ass beat last week against Connecticut. But there's no way they're going to have an opportunity now to win the ACC as a 4-loss team. But they are taking on a Bill Belichick team in North Carolina that, quite honestly, can't score any points. Good defense. They've come a long way, but Darian Menza there for Duke is the highest paid quarterback in the country for a reason. The kid can flat out play. One team has offense. The other team has none. So I have no problem backing Duke here to get it done against Bill Belichick, who just won't have enough defense to slow the Duke offense down.
There we go. Joe, keep the show moving. NHL, 4 games on tap. Cue the clock. Edmonton playing Washington. And, I'm looking at Edmonton right now, Joe. Obviously, I've been looking at them a lot this year, and they have not been looking back. It's one of those one-sided relationships. But they will catch up. They will see the love I have for them. I like Edmonton. And I also like the under in this game. And I understand playing unders in Edmonton games, a slight worry, but we do have Washington, and this team is a stone cold under. Buffalo, Joe, we're going to give out best bets at the end of each segment when I remember. Buffalo is mine. A minus 150 against the Calgary team that's on a travel back-to-back and also starting their backup goaltender. Plus, Buffalo has to feel good about themselves with a great 5-1 victory against Edmonton in their last game. Take the Sabres minus 150. Minnesota playing Carolina. Not a great spot for Carolina tonight. The reason is they're in a look-ahead spot. Carolina has Colorado up next. I think Carolina is in a tough spot. They're minus 165 against Minnesota. I like Minnesota, but I really like the under in this game. 6 points. Both of these teams, by definition, are looking to play the under. I think this is going to be a low-scoring hockey game. Take under the total. And Boston and Anaheim, Joe, take Anaheim in regulation, minus 120. That's it for me, brother. Lots of hoops going on. It's time for your breakdown.
Yeah, well, we do have lots of hoops, Prez, here tonight, and it's going to start in the NBA for us as the Charlotte Hornets taking on the Indiana Pacers here. Pacers slowly but surely getting a little healthier. Mathurin looks like he is back here for the Pacers tonight. Both these teams, though, have been dealing with injuries. Feels kind of a throwaway season for the Pacers, who are 1-13 on the season. At home, I'm expecting a big effort. I wouldn't mind backing the Pacers here tonight. The game of the night, a lot of people had circled Rockets versus the Cavs, a potential NBA Finals look ahead here. The Cavs opened up as a 1.5 point favorite last night, and that's gone. Now they're a 1.5 point dog as the Rockets money, one of the best and most efficient offenses in the NBA, is coming to Cleveland. I still like the home team here. I think they get it done. I'll take the plus money. 76ers, no Paul George. That was short-lived. No Embiid. The rest of the shorthanded characters available for the 76ers, but the Raptors have been red hot. No reason to fade them here. I like the Raptors to get it done. Also like the over in that one. The Warriors, told you earlier. Steph Curry likely not going. This is the end of a 9-game road trip for them. Second of a back-to-back. The Heat are well rested. 6.5. I think lay it with the Heat. The Nuggets should absolutely roll the Pelicans by 2 touchdowns. The Thunder are now laying 18.5 against the shorthanded Kings. Play them in the first half because that game will be a 20-point lead by the time you get there. The Wizards are no match for the Timberwolves. The Knicks, well, they finally found a game they'll probably win on the road, Prez, and that's going to be against the Dallas Mavericks. And the Bulls taking on the second of a back-to-back with the Trailblazers. I like the over in that one as well.
There we go. Joe, let's get to our mailbag section of the show. I want to start right off the bat. Your something or other writes, have another gummy. Maybe I should join. I think all of you guys, if you're past your child raising years, what else you got to do at 10 p.m. at night, 9 p.m. at night? Like, my kids are 25 and 23. Yeah, join me. Let's have some gummies. Joe Bob writes, with Brian Power, this show, the best betting show ever, is the number 1 show. Without him, it's the number 2 show.
I agree.
I can take that.
Yep, I agree with that.
Brian is better than me. I will take that. No problemo. Just so long as you keep watching the show. And honestly, second is pretty good. We have another gentleman, Joe, who has a huge wager. Where is this thing? God, I can't even find it. Celeste, who has a crush on you, writes Pizza Palace. That's her favorite pizza. I don't know. But here's this thing. David writes, Prez, what would you do? He bought a ticket August 24th that had the Bears winning the North and the Hawks and the Bulls to make the playoffs. This is a $20 ticket that would pay $9,200.
Ooh.
He thinks he could scalp that ticket right now. Do you think so? Where and should he?
Well, I mean, Atlanta, 3 games over 500. The Bulls have gotten Colby White back now, so they look to get a little bit better here. Listen, I think the East is wide open. I think both those teams very much could make the playoffs. I think if that's the ultimate route he's going to go, Prez, then I would hold on to this ticket because Atlanta and Chicago are going to make a run, and that ticket is going to be more valuable here if you wait till January. I think that ticket will be worth a lot more money for you.
Joe, Gabriel Baca thinks the KC beats the Colts at home. He likes the Rams, Seattle, the Ravens, and the Lions. He also likes New England. Those are some bloody square plays there. I have no problem with any of those bets. I don't like Seattle. And I don't love the Rams. Panthers, Browns, and Saints. Well, yeah, not betting the Saints no matter what. Patrick writes, good luck on your NHL plays tonight. If you don't win, I'm putting you on my blacklist. Joe, I don't know how I did on the NHL rundown, but I went 3-0 for my clients.
Yes.
And that's the most important thing. Coom writes, he lost a bet with 4 seconds left on the clock.
Ooh.
Utah let him down. I just wanted to say his name because Coom, I haven't seen his name in a while, and I'm so appreciative of him taking time to chat with us. Guys, write your thoughts down. Ask your questions. Reality Check writes, Prez, what's your thoughts on Interstellar 3 Atlas traveling through the universe? What?
Yeah, he has no. I was going to say he has no idea what you're talking about. No idea what he's talking about.
Do you know what he's talking about?
I know what he's talking about, Press.
Okay.
He's talking about the mothership is what he's talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's end it.
They're coming, Prez. The visitors are coming. They're coming.
Oh, Joe, they're already here, bro.
It's a great answer, Prez, because you're right. They have been here for a while now. They're longer than us. I promise you that. Unreal. Let me give one more. By the way, I forgot to give a college basketball play out. A couple of them here tonight that you may want to consider. I like Villanova to destroy LaSalle. I don't think it's even going to be close when it all comes down to it there. And also, do not be shocked here tonight if the game between UConn and Arizona is a hell of a lot closer than a lot of people think. However, I do like the over in that game there. I'm looking for points in it, Prez.
Perfect. Joe, awesome show. We'll see you tomorrow, brother.
Boom.
Much faster, much tighter, much quicker show tomorrow. Lots of love, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.